Hello everyone, welcome to Sai Engineering Academy. If you have recently graduated and are about to start your first engineering job, I would like to share something I wish someone had told me when I started my career over 20 years ago. When I graduated, I thought engineering was all about calculations, design, software, structures, and building tunnels, bridges, and construction equipment. These are the thinking in your mind. But when I arrived on my first project, I quickly learned something very different. Engineering is driven by documents. No matter how brilliant the design, no matter how experienced the construction team is, nothing happens on site without the right documents in place. As a graduate engineer, you will probably spend most of your first few months wondering what all these documents are and why everyone seems obsessed with these documents. You will hear people talking about drawings, specifications, method statements, risk assessments, ITPs, that's inspection test plans, permits, NCRs, that's non-conformity reports, RFIs, that's requests for information, and technical submissions, and many other documents. That's important documents like environmental plan, like health and safety plan, quality plan, you name it. There's many documents required before we start construction work. At first, it can feel overwhelming, but my advice is simple. Learn the documents and you will understand the project. So very important. Learn the documents and you will understand the project. Let's start with drawing first. When I mention young engineers, or when I mentor young engineers, the first thing I tell them is to spend time reading drawings. The drawing is an engineering language. So without you understand the drawings, we can't do anything on site. So walk around the site with the drawings in your hand and compare what you see on paper with what is being built. So you can compare them. So what is here on the paper and what is actually on site we are building. And ask yourself, why is this wall here? Why is this reinforcement detailed this way? Why is this level different from one next to it? The best engineers I have worked with are those who can visualize the project from the drawings. That's very important. If you can visualize yourself by reading the drawings, then it's very easy. So understanding the drawing is a fundamental. That's very important. Next, learn how to read specification. So the specifications are very important. But the specification is where the real requirements are hidden. When the contractor asks which concrete to use, what tolerance is acceptable, how often testing must be carried out, or what quality standard applies, the answer is usually found in the specification. So understanding the specification is very important. A drawing tells you what to build. A specification tells you how it must be built. So that's the key point. So drawing will give you the visualization, what to build, and the specification tells you how to build. So it will give you the specification step by step, what they expect, what design we need to follow, what the standard we need to follow, what the test we have to do. So specification and drawing is like both are together. It's very important to understand it. You will also come across standards and codes. It's called codes of practice. Don't worry if you don't know all of them. Nobody does. Even experienced engineers constantly refer back to standards. The important thing is understanding where to find information and how to apply it correctly. That's most important, because standards we can read it and we can understand. The important thing is how to and where to apply those standards correctly. So finding the information, that's the key. To find the information, you need to understand the project, you need to understand the drawing. So the drawings are key, then the specification, then go into the standards. Another piece of advice I would give to every new engineer is to take method statements and risk assessments seriously. I will go through later what is a method statement and how to write them, and what is a risk assessment and how you do the risk assessment. I will go in a next video in details for each document. So whatever documents we normally cover on site, I will go through one by one so you can understand it each one and where to apply and what normally cover each document. So when I was younger, I assumed these were just paperwork, exercise. I couldn't have been more wrong. These documents are built from lesson learned, incidents, and experience gained over many, many years. Every control measures written into a risk assessment is usually there because something happened somewhere in the past. So read them carefully and understand why they exist. So why they're important, why they are in the document, why they are making this risk assessment. Because is something happened similar to that before in different projects. That's why we are always remind everyone this kind of risk still exists, so we have to be careful. The next one is you will also hear a lot about quality documents. The one of the main one for the engineers is ITPs. It's called inspection and test plan. This is one of the key documents. So this one is cover all the step-by-step quality checks for each activities, like concrete pour, slab pour, beams, or we have foundations, steelwork, structures. Every single activities we put into inspection test plans, and there's a record sheet. So we have to go through all the inspections and record it. These documents tell you what must be inspected, what must be tested, and what records need to be completed before work can move forward. If you want to become a good site engineer, learn how quality documents works, because that's one of the fundamental thing for engineers. Yes, the safety is the most important, but quality is equal. So it's like a two eyes for engineers. One is a safety, one is a quality. So both are our fundamental, the most important things. It will teach you how projects are actually delivered, not just how they designed. Finally, they pay attention to the document control. The document control, this may sound boring now, but trust me, it is one of the most important functions on any project. I have seen projects lost time and money simply because someone worked from an old drawing revision. So if you not follow the latest revisions, and if you build something with the old design revision, and something goes wrong, everything goes wrong, we lose big time. So we have to break everything and rebuild again. So that will cost money. So always check that you are using the latest approved document. It is a simple habit that can save enormous problem later. If I could give one piece of advice to every graduate engineer starting their career, it would be this. Don't focus only on the engineering. Focus on understanding the documents behind the engineering. So don't just focus on engineering. Focus on understanding the documents behind the engineering. All this engineering is behind our engineering thing. So these are the fundamental key things we need to follow. So the engineers who progress quickly are not always the smartest people in the room. So the engineers who progress quickly are not always the smartest people in the room. You understand that, yeah? So what I'm saying is, so it's very important, the documentations. Yeah, the engineers who progress quickly are not always the smartest people. That's what I'm trying to say. They are often the people who understand how the projects work, where the information comes from, how decisions are recorded, and how quality and safety are controlled. In this series, I'm going to walk you through the key documents you will encounter on real engineering and construction projects, and explain them in a practical way using examples from my own experience in tunneling and major infrastructures, major construction projects worldwide. It's in UK and America and North America and Canada. Construction is all about the standards are different, or the specifications are different. It can be different, the way of design things, but end of the day, the quality and the safety are fundamentally the all same. So my advice is just follow the documents, read all single piece of documents, and take it serious, and then you can easily succeed in your career. So thank you for watching. If you are starting your engineering career, subscribe to SAICEL Engineering Academy and join me for the next series. Episode 2, I will cover the main documentation about the drawings, how the drawings different from different type of drawings, and how you can read easily, how you can understand the revisions. So I will go through that on the next video. I will show you how the professional engineers read the construction drawing on the site, what you should looking for as a graduate engineer. So good luck with your engineering journey, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and see you again.